and this evening I have the pleasure of hosting a conversation with a writer whose work needs no introduction to anyone interested in books, films or popular culture in the last quarter of a century. Because it was 23 years ago now, hard as it is to believe, since the publication of his debut novel Trainspotting. And most recently there's The Blade Artist, which reintroduces us to the unforgettable Francis Begbie.
Big house but Joe's accusatory tone continues. Aye, but there's a lot in the neighbourhood that's bigger. And you, still living on other people's couches, mate. Aye, it's in my mate Darren's place, eh? Can't it be much fun? Franco nods, looking again around the room, the walls of which seem to close in a little every time he regards them. Maybe I'm just not picking up on the glamorous side. It's not a book that I was intending to write, really. I mean, it just kind of, it grew out of, I think it grew out of a story that I'd done for the big issue about Begbie, you know, because he's a nutter. I always think about Christmas as being a time for nutters, basically, and also it's like, I was working a lot with John Hodge and Danny Boyle on the Trainspotting kind of follow-up film based on porno, and it was like, it got me thinking about the character again. It's one of these things that's, you know, it's just nice to have everybody back, basically, you know, and we didn't think we'd be able to get everybody back, but we have.
It's set 20 years on from Trainspotting?
Yeah, it's set in the present, basically. It's right in the moment. We couldn't we based it on the novel Porno, but we couldn't make it fully like that because it's like the characters are kind of supposed to be 9 years older in that book, and they're 20 years older, obviously, because the actors age in real time, and also well, they don't look as if they do, some of them, but you know, they do, but it's so we've made it more contemporary. We've kind of a lot of the stuff that porno is about is kind of quite dated now, so we've had to kind of update their involvement in the vice industry.
Trainspotting, 23 years ago it came out. It's 1993, you've been working as a housing officer in Edinburgh, and you get this book published after putting bits of it out as short stories, extracts in literary magazines. When it appeared, it had an extraordinary impact. Can you describe how your life changed at that time?
It's like Trainspotting just started to draw this kind of big word of mouth thing, and then the next thing was the stage play. We took it onto a stage play which won the Sunday Times Drama Award, and that kind of spread it throughout Britain a bit more. And then there was the film, of course, which kind of changed things quite dramatically. It's a book about the transition to a world without work, basically, which is where we're heading, you know, and I think it was like working class, kind of post-industrial people kind of experienced that first, and now it's kind of becoming more of a middle class thing as well, you know, with all middle class jobs, professional jobs are kind of vanishing with the growth of technology, information technology, the web, and so it's something that kind of is fairly ubiquitous now, and it's something that we're kind of, we're going to have to face up to as a world, you know, as a society at one point. But I think that's why it's had such kind of long-term resonance. People kind of from all backgrounds relate to it because it's what they're experiencing themselves now to a greater or lesser extent.